Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Young Arena, home of tonight's Midwest High School Hockey League Varsity Contest, featuring the visiting Cedar Rapids Rough Riders and your Waterloo Warriors. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the Rough Riders. On defense is sophomore, number 10, Dominic Frangella. On defense is senior, number 22, Coleman Walker. And for his senior, number 39, Kenneth Long Henry. And for his senior, number 88, Henry O'Donnell. For his senior, number 96, Kellen Patton. And for his senior, number 33, Theo Palmer. The head coach is Kevin Brooks, with assistant coaches Jacob Holtz, Thad Ramsey, Jefferson Stack, and Tony Gillen. And now the starting lineup for your Waterloo Warriors. On defense, the junior assistant captain for Waterloo High School, number 18, Carter Milken. Also on defense, the junior from Janesville, number 19, Grady Rowe. And for the sophomore from Waterloo High School, number 15, Joey Winkers. And for the senior assistant captain from Janesville, number 26, Logan Baldwin. And for the sophomore from Cedar Falls High School, number 32, Sailor Kyle. And in between the ranks, a junior from Waterloo East High School, number 34, Luke Grady. Is Tyler Schmier, assisted by Stan Hitchin, Jay Hart, Randy Roundhouse, and Justin Green. Officiating today's game is World Star of Waxman Matt Larson and Brian Martinovich. At this time, we ask that you please rise and table, remove your hats as Danny Bartholomew sings our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the Warriors! Ladies and gentlemen, it's hockey time! Rough Riders, Warriors, let's play hockey!
All right, here we go. Varsity matchup. Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, Waterloo Warriors. This is going to be the rubber match. We got a split with them right now. They won down in Cedar Rapids. We won here. Hopefully home ice takes the advantage. Caldwell, Reicherts, Cahoui, Buchanan, Rowe. Waterloo's going to come away with it. Buchan to Rowe. Rowe's going to bring it across center ice. Sends it in deep to the far side, just past Reichert's. Buchan steps into pinch. Walker's on his way across. Behind Graveman. Chip to the corner. Kahui had a little bit of room to skate. He's going to be shut down at the midboards. Back around looking for Reichert's. Reichert's can't get a hold of it. Buchan will bring it across the blue line. Quick shot off the post. Back into the Waterloo zone. Ooh, that's a dangerous pass. Up and out. Buchan will pick it up. Into the slot. Shot. Pad save. Kicked out by Bummer. Back into the zone. Loeb with some forechecking pressure. Rasty shuts it off at the blue line. Kale walks in behind Bomber. Into the slot for Rasty. Rasty gets a shot. That one's deflected wide. Cedar Rapids will clear. That one's going to go down for icing. No icing. Waved off. Iverson misplayed. Trying to gather it back up. Loeb chips it up and out. Buchan chips it a little deeper. Waterloo will take a shift change. Caldwell hot on the trail. That one's going to be icing. Stretch pass for Cedar Rapids just before the red line got tipped into the zone. Back to the Cedar Rapids zone to the right side of Bomber. Sinclair set to take the face off. Caldwell. Reichert's bush bomb. Reichert's pushes it to the corner, leaves it for Caldwell. Caldwell cut off behind the net. Can't gather it up. Harn pinches down low. 3-on-1 developing. Around the backside. Iverson chips it up over to Bushbaum. Bushbaum clears the zone. Reichert's will chase. He'll take a swipe at it. Another 3-on-2 developing if they hurry. Iverson gets a stick on it, shuts down the rush. Bushbaum gets a clear. Cedar Rapids takes back over. Can't get into the zone. Finally do. They send it in deep. Around for Reichert's. Off of the referee. Sits in the corner. Long Henry. Big saves by Graveman. Keeps Cedar Rapids off the board early. Waterloo on a bad shift change. Buchan slides over. Sticked away by Graveman. Kahui tries to send it out. Can't get it to go. Coots tries to work through. Cedar Rapids sends it back in deep. Cedar Rapids at the red line, sends it all the way through. Buchan catches the edge, goes down right in front. Cedar Rapids on the board early. Buchan steps around the goal, loses an edge and goes down. It's like Sebring picked it up and made a couple moves to tuck it around Graveman. Cedar Rapids on top. Cedar Rapids wins it through, wins it back. Harn takes a look, cross ice pass, finds Buchan. He's got one to beat, pushes it through, Bomber sticks it wide. Kale comes back away with it, shoves it towards the net. Cedar Rapids will take over. Can't get it out of the zone. Harn now walks around. Loeb will pick it up. He shovels one towards the net. That one travels wide behind the net. Buchan in the corner. Racy picks it up. Centering pass is intercepted. Cedar Rapids back the other way. Send it below the goal line, and they'll go for a shift change. Racy tries to gather it up. He sends it across ice. Another bad shift change for Waterloo. Luckily, Rowe gets back. Big hit by Logan Caldwell. That one's going to come out just over the stick of Bushbaum. Cedar Rapids sends it back into the blue line. Cross ice pass. They'll send it in off of the inboards. Carter Buchan tied up. Finds Bushbaum. Bushbaum skates over top of it. Another save for Graveman. Patton takes a whack at it as Graveman covers it. That might be dealt with at a later time. Racy set to take the draw. Sits on the dot for just a second, comes up to the point for Cedar Rapids. They're going to send it in. High stick. Buchan off to the races. Tripped up on the play. Waterloo go on a power play. Waterloo power play, double Buchan, Racy Harn. Harn walks it around. Racy just outside the slot, tries to wire one through. Caldwell shuts it off just outside the blue line. Buchan will bring it in. Hit the brakes over to Caldwell. They'll play catch. One time, sitting in front. Harn tries to gather it up. We're going to get another whistle. Looked like Carter Buchan might have been tackled as he turned to put that one behind Bummer. No penalty on the play. Still sitting there. Up to Caldwell at the high slot. That one's going to be sent down. No icing. Cedar Rapids on a penalty kill. Caldwell from behind his own net. Buchan will take it with some speed. Across the red line, through the blue line, through the defense. Nice. Pass to his brother. Carter Buchan slides one in easily past Bummer. The replay is weird. I haven't gotten used to it. Carter Buchan's second goal in 2 nights. Nice easy pass from a brother through the slot. Finds his way behind, ties it up at ones. Trying to get the penalty cleared off of the scoreboard here. And we got some new hands down there, so that doesn't help. It can be intimidating. It can be intimidating looking at it if you don't. Yeah.
I wanted it locked up. Time change. Everything killed it.
Oh no. Well, we were at 10:01. Sorry about that, having some game clock malfunctions. Seems we've lost just about everything. We're gonna go 10:06, I guess. Give extra 5 seconds, but just got a full reset. Big pad save for Graveman. Coots breaks the plane, shoots one in as he crosses the line. Pad save for a Bomber. It's going to come to the far side. Rose there to pick it up. He's going to send it right back in. Hill drops in with some forechecking. Coots steps in to help out. Kahui on the far side. Stopped at the red line. Shot for Cedar Rapids well wide. It's going to travel all the way to the far side. Kahui over to Coots. Coots off the glass and out. Carter Buchanan with the goal. Caldwell has a couple to beat. Gets a quick shot off wide. Comes all the way back up to the point. Waterloo can't gather it up. Centering pass doesn't connect. Big shot from the other side. That was a travel all the way out and around. Reichertz will chase it all the way to the end boards. Puck gets loose. No icing? Thought they were up far enough. Cross ice pass for Caldwell. Caldwell through center ice. Shot just wide. Cedar Rapids will take over. Back out of the zone. Big hit. Big hit for Caldwell. Reichert sidesteps a hit. Trying to gather it up into the, comes just outside the zone. Cedar Rapids will have to touch up. Cross ice pass. Looking for an entry on the far side. Chipped into the slot. Kicked away by Harn. Shot and a pad save. I'm not sure Graveman saw that. Got a pad on it regardless. Reichert's cross ice looking for somebody, killing some time. Now we'll get an icing. .7:33 official time, 7:22 my time. We'll wait for the clock to catch up here. Racy wins it back to Rowe. Rowe Well, we'll just reset the whole thing. Shot travels just behind. Just across the slot. Caden Lai looking for somewhere to go with it. Stretch pass for Buchan. That'll be icing. Had him on a break, only had one to beat. Would have been all alone. Couldn't gather it up on his stick. Travels down past Bomber outside the crease for icy call. Well, I guess we're going to go on this side. Yeah. Racy with a face-off. Off the glass and not quite out. Loeb can't gather it up. Kicks it to Racy. Racy looking for Buchan. Glove down at center ice. Loeb's got some room to skate. His shot travels wide. Buchan will pick it up, take a hit as he does. Has Loeb in front. Leaves it for Racy in the corner. That one's going to come out, end up on a rider's stick. We're going to get a tip call, no icing. Buchan back to pick it up. Over to Loeb. Loeb looking for Buchan. Pass was behind him. Cedar Rapids will pick it up, retreat into their own zone, try to create some space. They're going to send it the length. That's icing all day. Kahui can't gather it up. Back to Cedar Rapids stick, and they're going to send it in. Buchan drops to one knee and picks it up. Gathers it through. Gets caught in the zone. Shot. Blocker save for Graveman. Waterloo will have to chase it to the close boards. Buchan takes a look. He's got some room. He'll slow roll it, go for a shift change. Cross ice pass for Cedar Rapids. Another slow roller just outside of his forward's reach. High stick on Cedar Rapids. They'll just let it. Should go back down the other side. They're waiting for a faceoff down in this zone. That's why we didn't touch it. Shots even at 6. Score tied at 1. Coots will take the faceoff this time. Hard wrap looking for Belts breaking out of the zone. You can't set a pick. Sure looked like it, didn't it? Harn tied up on the play on the far side. Bouncing off the pads. Kahui looking for a touch pass. Nobody breaking with him. Cedar Rapids in the zone, high slot. Odd angle shot. That's going to hit a body in front. Harn chips it up and out. Can't gather. Coots can't get a stick on it. Hilled with a big. I don't think he even hit him. He just stood there. Centering pass. Looks like Waterloo's going to take another penalty. Pad save for Graveman. Caldwell gets called for a roughing. He'll go off for 2. Buchan, Racy, and Rowe, I believe. Puck tied up at the dot. Racy trying to get it loose. Ends up on Cedar Rapids' stick. Franchella kicks it down and around. Rowe trying to get to the corner. Up to the point. Hits some bodies in front. Buchan trying to gather it up. Trying to poke it out of the zone. Can't get a stick on it. Boy, oh boy. A lot of patty cake there. Buchan kicks it out of the zone. Didn't look like Kale could get a good start. Like his ice got a little too slippery there. Buchan walks in. Couldn't get a shot off. Driven to the boards by the Cedar Rapids defense. That one should be icing if it gets to the goal line. It's not going to. Waterloo back the other way. Cedar Rapids in the zone, leaves it at the point. Rowe trying to gather it up behind his own net. Kick back out. Shot well high and wide. To the high slot, across to the wide open net. Cedar Rapids can't capitalize. Still in front. Buchan and Racy. Racy tries to get it back to Buchan. Now we're going to get a penalty. Cedar Rapids for a slash. We skate 4-on-4 for the next 15 minutes and Waterloo will be on a power play. Or 15, did I say 15 minutes? 15 seconds. One back, Harn holds the line. Not for long. Cedar Rapids back the other way. Penalty expires for the Warriors. Harn will bring it in. Travels down into the corner. Has Loeb in front of the net. .140. Ballmer gathers it up. Hold on. 1:37 left to go in the period. Get a little bit of a line change here. Brings out the power play line. High off the glass. Harn steps in, intercepts, back to Caldwell. Caldwell up to Buchan on the far side. Has Kale breaking through. 2-on-1 into the slot. He's going to pull up, wait for the cavalry. Leaves it for Caldwell. Caldwell hard wrap for looking for Buchan below the goal line. Caldwell over to Harn. Harn trying to find Buchan out on the midboards. Ah. .50 seconds. Caldwell up to Buchan. Buchan to Buchan. Off some pads in front to Caldwell. Caldwell tries to work to the outside. Leaves it for Kale. Kale tries to chip it down low. Can't. That one's going to exit the zone. Harn will have to chase. 30 seconds left to go. 15 in the 10 to go rather in the power play. Harn through center ice. Works through. Darn it. We got 7 seconds left. Just going to reset that for right now. Maybe I'll lick my finger, see if that works better. I don't know. We've tried a stylus. We've tried. I don't know why they've got the YOLO deck. That's a simple thing. Cedar Rapids just going to tie it up in the corner. They'll send it the length of the ice, and that'll do it for your first period. We'll be back in just a little bit here. Pretty even game so far. Nothing really stands out. Pretty even shot, exactly even shots. Even score. We'll be back in about 12 minutes. Check out your second period. I've wet my pants.
On Jackson's team, there's a guy that's got a drill. He mounted 4 air horns on top of it.
See that?
That thing is it's a little trigger happy.
Yeah.
Like the goalie makes a save. Dude, all right, we lost today. Really? Come on, dude.
It's all fun and games.
Someone walking around with shit stain down my leg.
Oh, my Lanta. Back to Young Arena, second period action. Sure would be bitching if we could get a goal right off the face-off here. Carter Buchan's making the drive. Meets some resistance as he crosses the blue line. Creates some of his own resistance as well. Up to the point. Back down to the half wall. Farrow sends it in. I'm not even on the right screen. I don't have anything said. Look at that, I'm perfect. Right on time. All right. Shifted forwards. Going to keep the same defenseman in. K.O. Buchan hooked all the way through into the slot. Shot went high off the end glass. Sent around. Rowe rather trying to keep it in. Buchan sends it back the other way. Behind Bummer, Patton picks it up. Tries to clear and can't. Buchan shovels it and it's paddled away by Bomber. That one's gonna stay in if Carter can get there. Knocked off of his stick. Racy steps around. Looking for Carter, looking for somebody in front. Rowe back to Racy. Racy sends it down to Buchan. Buchan tied up on the play. Has a puck poked off of his stick. Trying to come away with it. Another one in front, just wide. Buchan looking for his second goal of the night. Goalie without a paddle. Off the midboards. Loeb steps in. Got Racy in the slot again. Bushbaum wires one. Off the inboards, just wide. That one's going to be right on net. Pushed aside for Harn. Harn over to Bushbaum. Down to Iverson. Iverson and Harn will switch positions. Harn will bring it all the way up. Harn looking for a shot. Had Bushbaum in front. Couldn't gather it up. Another bouncing puck going to be right up. No way. Misplay by Graveman. Couldn't get a cover on it. Got poked 5-hole. I think that's I don't even want to put it on the board. Got to make sure we're getting those plays covered, boys. Iverson sends it back in. Seiler intercepts the pass out front. Coots couldn't get a stick on it. Another one in front. Couple in front. Great opportunities. Centering pass. That's 2 in a minute. Tie up some bodies. Cedar Rapids gets a couple real quick. Bomber with some great saves down there to keep it from behind him. Cedar Rapids steps through again. Across the crease. Buchan brings it all the way in. Can't gather it up. Another shot high and wide. That's going to travel outside the zone. Rose there to pick it up. Back over to Buchan. Grayman comes way out of his crease to shuck it away. Racy across the blue line. Waterloo in a little bit of desperation mode. Looks like Cedar Rapids is going to pick up a penalty. Caldwell chases all the way to the outside. Waterloo 6 attackers. Over to Rowe. Rowe's going to send it in. Pad save for Bomber. Waterloo on the power play. Kicked up to Harn. Harn over to Caldwell. Back to Harn. Harn shots well wide. Buchan on the far side. Back up to Harn. Or back up to Caldwell. Drop for Buchan. Buchan walks in the slot. Back to Harn. Harn kicks it down low for Buchan. Buchan can't get a hold of it. Cedar Rapids clears. Buchan with some speed, splits the defense all the way through. He's going to set it up. Looks across ice for Harn. Back across ice for Caldwell. Caldwell takes a look. Pass for Harn's intercepted. Actually, it might have been for Buchan. Pass got intercepted. Harn turns the corner, walks in. Cedar Rapids kicks it aside. Jumps over the stick of Caldwell. Cedar Rapids will make a couple of changes. Caldwell with some speed into the high slot. Another big pad. Another Bomber comes up with another big save. Carter Buchan's going to go for a cross check. Buchan goes 2 for a cross check. That'll even up sides. Little extra John. If anybody knows Carter Buchan, they know he's not going to stand for that. Or taking a cross check or whatever happened behind it. But obviously you're only going to catch the retaliation. So best just to keep your mouth shut and wait your turn. Belts across the blue line. Through the defense. Big shoulder by Caldwell. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Another save for Bomber. Seems like he's a quick drop, so we got to put it up over top of his shoulder. Buchan, Rowe, Rasty, and Harn. Cedar Rapids comes away with it. Into the zone. Harn shuts down the rush. Cedar Rapids still has control. Buchan chips it loose. He's got room. Another pad save. Racy looking for somebody in front. Buchan sends one in. Chest protector save. Bomber drops on it, gets a whistle. Caldwell, Reichert's, Rowe, and Harn. Caldwell tied up on the faceoff. Rowe is going to send it back in, cross ice. Caldwell, some heavy forecheck, and Reichert's to Caldwell, shot wide. Cedar Rapids back across the blue line, tied up by Rowe. And now Caldwell has a little bit of room. Makes a move into the slot. Backhander through. I lost it for a second. Warriors back to full strength. Offsides, Caldwell has to retreat. Cedar Rapids brings it in. Tied up behind the net. Harn comes away with it just for a second. He's upended on the play. Harn looking for a clearance down. Finds Bushbaum. Bushbaum looking for Buchan. Buchan's got a little bit of room. That'll be icing on Waterloo. Cale Buchan can't get there in time. Some point-blank shots for Waterloo. Can't find their way past Bomber. Definitely a great goalie. One back for Cedar Rapids. Doesn't make its way to Graveman. Lowe will bring it across the blue line. Finds Buchan's shot just wide. One-timer. Into the slot for Cedar Rapids. Buchan gets a shoulder on him, kicks it all the way up, kicks it to the midboards. Buchan looking for Buchan. Cale will bring it all the way in. Has Carter breaking through. Shot broken up by the goalie. Puck stays in the zone. Cale works to the corner, tries to find a centering pass off the skates of a Cedar Rapids defenseman. Cedar Rapids will bring it out. Loeb kicks it into the corner. Buchan tries to chip it out and does. Cross ice pass for Cedar Rapids. They're going to send it in deep. Rose there to cut it off. in the equipment of a Cedar Rapids player. Everybody was looking for the puck, including myself and Brandon. Timeout. Timeout, Cedar Rapids. We'll take a second and acknowledge some of our sponsors for the season. West High Athletic Booster Club, Farm Bureau Financial, Taylor Zimmerman, Iowa Metal Recycling, Linda Gienow, Lindgren Glass, Pat Pratt's Pest Control, Standard Distribution, Tina Miller Woodsmall, Dennis and Elaine Loeb, Loeb Farms, Pat Kinsinger, B&D Drywall, Southridge Dental, Dan and Lisa Putbreeze, Marilyn Payne, Tracy Putbreeze, 5 Seasons Tire, MC Inc., American Pattern and CNC Works, Meyer Motorsports LLC, Natural Glow, Kirk Gross, AA Management, Jeff and Pam Coots, Dolores White, Roger and Sandy Schoonover, Ronan Industries, KCH Properties, Highway 63 Diner, Jerry and Judy Buchan, Race-D Appraisals Incorporated, Race-D Rentals, and Community Chevrolet of Cedar Falls. The Warriors appreciate your support for the 25-26 season. Back to some action. Maybe. Not sure what's going on. Oh, the clock. We're at 7:18. The clock didn't. I'm at 7:18. We'll see where they put it. They gave him an extra 5 seconds last time. Text. Yeah, I say. $7.18. I got $7.18 on mine. Probably not. Well, we'll take a couple minutes here and get the clock reset. Clock control under new management. We all are just volunteers, so there we go. Perfect, 7:18. Caldwell comes away with a quick shot and a score! What a goal by Logan Caldwell. That looked like the shot that he had last night. Closes the gap by 1. What a beautiful shot. Like I said, up over the shoulder, right? Let's see if we can roll that back. Bushbound centering pass. Rikers can't get it to settle down. Back the other way. Collision at just at the blue line. Through the crease. Left in the corner. Cedar Rapids takes over up to the point. Shot comes in, pad save, big rebound, back in over top of Graveman. Couple hard strides, Reichert's got to get to that. Threw his stick at him. Yeah, he threw his stick. Why else would it have went sliding across the ice? Man. Dang it. Stop. Yeah, that's yeah, because that went sliding across the ice. That was like a yeah, that wasn't a oops. Coots wins it back. Coots will pick it up, bring it across the blue line. Driven to the corner. A lot of bodies in front. Pops up, Hild after it. Rowe's going to send it, tries to send it back in. Back over to Coots. Warriors defense plays catch. Rowe sends it in off of the in glass. Nobody crashing. Rasty picks it up just inside the blue line.
Scoring for your Waterloo Warriors. His 23rd goal of the season, number 26, Logan Caldwell.
Tied up, 3-on-2. Sticked away by Graveman. Rasty across center ice. He'll go ahead and take a shot. Bomber's looking for it. Into the corner. He had no idea where it was. Cale Buchan comes away with it. Laying on it in front. That's icing all day. Iverson kicks it to the side. That's a bad deal. Man. That should be a major for a kneeing. That's a knee all day. Man. And that's a kid that used to play here. I don't know. I guess hockey's hockey, right?
Yep.
Waterloo on the power play. To the far side. Loeb's staying out, so hopefully he's okay. Reichert set to take the draw. That's an odd shift out there. Kicked up to Loeb. Loeb sends it to the corner for Bushbaum. Bushbaum trying to gather it up. Rowe over to Reichert's. To the slot for Iverson. Iverson, couple stick handles and gets a shot. That one deflected wide. Shot comes in. Well, that bummer might have got a touch on it. That one will clear. Iverson will have to chase. To Caldwell off of bummer. He thought he had that one played. Harn gloves it down. He's going to walk it in, set up some offense. Cross for Buchan. Buchan wires one in. Buchan and Caldwell get tangled up. Puck comes outside the zone. Kale through center ice. Over to Caldwell. Caldwell can't hold on to a pass, a little short. To Harn. Harn walks into the slot. To Caldwell. Back to Harn. Harn walks in. Shots. Goal! Mason Harn with a sneaky goal, wide open far side. Walked around the defense, or walked around the forwards rather, and put one behind Balmer on the far side. I don't think he ever saw that one coming. Screened by 2 or 3 maybe of his own guys. Beautiful shot by Mason Harn. Yep, my feet are starting to feel less. All right, we're back to a tie ball game. Caldwell around the defense, loses control for just a second. Up to the point for Buchan. Buchan wires another one! Let's go! Carter Buchan, second goal of the night. Puts Waterloo up by 1. That's the Carter Buchan of old. I think that boy has found his groove. Second goal of the night for Carter Buchan. That's 2 for Carter tonight. Let's go, boys. Let's go. That's bitching that he's got 2 goals already. Now we just got to make sure he plays defense. Play your spot. Caldwell pulls up in the corner, still has control. Tied up with the referee, and then pinned to the boards. Trying to kick it free. Reichert's back to Caldwell. Caldwell works to the dot. Buchan over to Rowe. Rowe takes a look. Hesitates for a second. Gets a forward to make a move. Ow. Caldwell had it on the stick for just a second. Shot well wide for Cedar Rapids. Frangella kicks it back in. Rowe's going to bring it across the red line. Pocket pick, 2-on-1. Cedar Rapids fans on the shot. Buchan kicks it out. Loeb's got some room. Has Buchan with him. Kicks it over to Buchan in the slot. Shot wide. Racy tries to gather it back up. Cross-checked by Long Henry. No call from the referee. That one's going to be deflected off a body in front. I think Harn got in front of that one. We'll let time catch up here. I got excited when my kid scored. He's been in his head so much this year, it's been crazy. I'm glad to see him starting to play like he used to. A little loose, a little fast. Racy set to take the draw. Buchan sprints out his foot race. How was it? Sent back in. Iverson picks it up just at, oh gosh, fans on the clearing it, or the entry attempt. Harn off the boards, just misses Buchan. I was looking for some major body contact right there. Up to Buchan, knocks it down. Trying to gather it up. No penalty on that. We're about 10 seconds behind, 45 seconds left in the period. Iverson keeps him at bay. Harn takes a big bounce off of the inboards. He's getting up slow, if at all. Iverson behind his own net. Loeb's just going to send it down. No icing's going to be called. They got to hurry. Cross ice pass, 11 seconds. Graveman gets a quick glove on it. Who got the assist on that? Just Logan? Ten seconds left to go here. pass up. Glove down by Patton. They're going to send it in. Buchan chips it out. That's going to do it for your second period. Waterloo comes back. Patton and Kahui are going to take two. Coincidental Miners as they skate off. I doubt it. We'll see what they put on the board before we close out for the period. Patton's going to get it for sure. I'm guessing Kahui's going to take the same. It'll be Coincidental Miners. So that actually won't go on the board. So there's nothing up there yet. So they're not going to. Those are going to be the only two, I believe. We'll be back in about 10, 15 minutes here. We'll see what's going on. Coach Swear looking for some clarification, maybe? Not going to get anything. Not going to go anywhere anyways. We'll be back in the third period, about 12 minutes. All right, back with the third period. Already got the clock messed up. There we go. Skating 5-on-5. Waterloo's going to need to come out with some fire. Rose sends it in deep. Off the stanchion and out. Have to touch up the offsides. Kale drops back in, a little forward check in action. Loeb steps in as well. Buchan chips it in. Sends it in a little, Loeb a little deeper. Centering pass, doesn't get anywhere. Poked around Buchan. Long Henry's got a little room. Deflected by Rowe. Cross ice pass for Kale. Kale's got a little room. Lowe breaking the slot. Racy is a trailer. Quick glove for Balmer. A little bit higher, and he might have had that one. Rowe did a great job playing defense down here to keep the Riders from getting a shot off. Uh-oh, what'd you do now? That one's going to go down for icing. How am I 6 seconds off already? That is so touchy. Just a second. Caldwell takes face off. Reichert sends it deep. Riders chip it in just wide of Graveman. Harn tries to chip it up the boards. Caldwell skates over top of it. Centering pass doesn't connect. Caldwell chips it out looking for Bushbaum. Bushbaum on a drive. Can't quite get there. Iverson high off the glass. Bushbaum can't gather it up. Back across. Icing called. I'm licking my thumb this time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because my hands are cold. I don't know. Jeepers. Buchan, Racy, Loeb, Buchan and Rowe. Riders win it back. Buchan steps in, works to the slot. Short angle shot, travels all the way across the crease. Loeb stuck in defense mode. Buchan gets back. Just past Buchan. Racy steps in. Graveman gets a cover. Next whistle after 15 will Kahui and Patton will be out of the box. Cross ice pass for Buchan. Oh my Lanta. It's getting worse, I think. Buchan steps through one, has it dislodged. Gathers it back up, looking for Loeb on the far side. Glove save for Balmer. Unbelievable. I'm about to. I need to contact YOLO Box and have them get that update done so we can get on the YOLO deck. But even today, this has been kind of acting weird too. Doesn't like the cold weather. Harn drags it across, chips it down low. Yeah, really, it's not that cold. Yeah, 100%. I'm surprised it didn't freeze up in Okoboji. Kahui drives into the corner. Held in the zone by Dolan, the referee. Still working for it. Kahui almost came with it. Had it knocked off of his stick once again. Hill trying to gather it up. Iverson, he's going to try to send it back in deep. Iverson gets a stick in there. That was a travel outside the zone. Cedar Rapids will have to touch up. Sends it back in below the goal line. Not sure where Harn was throwing that to. Stopped at the red line. Back in. Makes a miss. Pad save. Second shot goes wide. Another shot comes in from the point. Short angle shot off the side of the net. Pressure. Go to it. Waterloo standing flat-footed. We need to get a line change. No, just send it up and out. If you're looking for a line change. Caldwell chips it back in. Off the boards, Rowe sends it up to Bushbaum. Bushbaum chips it in. Can't gather it up. Not liking the looks of this holding on. Into the skates of Caldwell. Caldwell can't gather it up. Chips it across ice. Big reverse hit. Belts didn't see that one coming. Back to the corner. Buchan ties him up. Caldwell comes away with it. Caldwell up and out. Has Loeb. Knocked just off of his stick. Through center ice. Buchan will bring it across. Works in the slot. Shot and score! Another big goal for Waterloo. Cale Buchan separates them by 2. Walked all the way through the Cedar Rapids defense, and put it top corner on Bummer. The Buchan boys are on fire. To stay to that top corner. Racy set to take the draw. Cedar Rapids comes with Buchan again. Has Racy on the side. Racy with a quick shot. That was going to be deflected up in the protective netting at the end of the arena. Face off to the left of the Cedar Rapids tender. Tied up on the dot. Must be. The dots are sticky. Long Henry up the boards. Harn pushes him all the way to the end. Up and out for Buchan. Buchan looking for nobody. Chips it around into the corner. Takes a big hit on the inboards. Not sure who's going to get that one. It's going to be Waterloo who's going to take a penalty. Long Henry sends it deep. Not sure why the goalie came off on that play, but 2 minutes for a hold? Who's going? Cale Buchan scores a goal and then goes, he'll go sit for 2. Holding's going to be the call. Not sure that, I don't know. I don't understand that one. Just got tied up. He just had his man pinned, right? I don't know. Just a dad in the stands. Caldwell chips it loose. Almost had it intercepted. They walk in and score. Interesting penalty kill tactic. Closes the gap by 1. Cedar Rapids definitely not going to go away. Still got over 10 minutes left to play. Caldwell wins it back. Rowe across the red line. Hard wrap, sends it in. Reichertz is going to meet it in the corner.
Scoring for your Waterloo Warriors is 17th goal of the season, number 23,
Cedar Rapids intercepts a pass. Belts walks in. Big blocker save for Graveman. Kicks it behind the net. Carter Buchan around one. He's coming with some speed. Leaves it for Bushbaum. Oh, blocker save up in the netting. I don't think the clock even moved. Because I didn't have it. We're even right now, and I don't know if I had it set, so they might have got a free play on that. Cedar Rapids wins it back. Clear. Iverson trying to gather it up. Into some skates. Hild now back across the red line. Into the zone, finds Coots. To the inboards. They switch positions. Hild working towards the slot. Finds Kahui. Kahui sends it below the goal line. Coots and Hild get tied up. Push it through the middle. Put it on net. I don't like that pushing up the boards, especially when there's somebody pinching the boards. Put it across the middle. That's that stuff they beat into their head when they're little. Use the boards, use the boards. No, put it into open ice. Let somebody go get it. My opinion, just a dad in the stands. Graveman gathers another one up. Loeb comes off. He's looks like Loeb might be bleeding. Puck sits on the dot. To the far side, Buchan's not going to get there. Icing called. Great outlet pass. Just a little bit too far. .28 shots for Waterloo, 19 for the Riders. Caldwell wins it back. Harn takes a look. Tries to go through center ice. Caldwell and Bushbaum. Caldwell hits the brakes. Pushes it up to Harn. Harn's shot goes wide. To the far side for Iverson. Iverson sends one in. Another shot wide. Harn tries to pinch. Caldwell sends it across ice for Bushbaum. That's interference, right? I mean, or is that just physical play? I don't know. Rowe wires one just wide. Bummer didn't even get a pad on it. Caldwell sends it deep. Looks like we're going to get a penalty on the Riders for an elbow. Waterloo on a power play. Whoops. Wrong button. Two minutes for an elbow. Caldwell, Harn, Buchan, Racy. That one ends up in the Cedar Rapids bench. Start them off again. Tied up. Buchan will come away with it. Soft pass up to Caldwell. Cross ice for Harn. Back to Caldwell. Caldwell looks. Caldwell and Buchan switch places. Pass high and wide. Racy picks it up, walks in. Walks around looking for somebody out front. Harn over to Caldwell, back to Harn. Quick pass. He'll walk. Shot. That one's going to be eaten up by Belts. He's going to bury it in the corner. Buchan will come away with it. Up to Caldwell. Caldwell takes a look. Back to Buchan. Belts picks a pocket. He's just going to send it right on net. Crawl slides in. Waterloo just looking to stretch the ice a little bit, maybe. Buchan to Harn. Left it for Caldwell. Caldwell across the red line with some speed. Looking for Buchan on the, he's all alone on the far side. Cale Buchan looking to go cross ice for Caldwell. Can't gather it up. Harn holds the zone. To Caldwell, to Buchan. Cale Buchan walks it all the way around. Leaves it for his brother. Oh, that was Caldwell. To Racy. Oh, just under the stick of Racy. Caldwell drives through. He has it poked off of his stick. Cale steps in and keeps the zone. Cedar Rapids will send it. That'll be icing. Jeepers, I'm a minute off. There, I'm back on time. Keep forgetting to hit the button. Lots of stuff going on here. Iverson tries to hold his own. Iverson misplays it. Kahui steps in. Back at the point for, that was deflected in front. Graveman with a beautiful stop. Keeps it out of the net. I'm not sure how we got a hold of that one, but just under 6 to go. I think I'd be looking for a line change here. And we're going to get one. Got to keep the legs fresh right now. Harn up to Bushbaum. Bouncing puck. Bushbaum can't get a hold of it. Iverson chips it out. Caldwell chips it a little further. Reichers tries to sidestep. Over to Bushbaum. Bushbaum gathers it up into the slot. Just wide of the Cedar Rapids net. Caldwell looking in front for Bushbaum. Can't connect a pass. Harn back to Caldwell. Caldwell into the zone. Has Reichers breaking in the slot. Cedar Rapids will take another penalty for tripping. Waterloo back on the power play. Is Waterloo's going to take a timeout? Or Cedar Rapids going to take a timeout? I didn't see. Timeout, Waterloo. Give us just a minute. We'll be back. All right, quick timeout. Buchan, Caldwell, Racy, and Harn. Racy wins it back for Caldwell. Caldwell cross ice. Harn drags him all the way out into the slot for, wow, that's a cross check. Around the outside. Not true Trailer Park girls. Still loose. Buchan's going to come away with it. Looking for somebody out front. Finds his brother. Stifled. About a minute off. I'm just going to around the box side. Caldwell catches an edge and goes down. Waterloo's going to have to reset. Still a minute left in the power play. Cross ice for Caldwell. Can't hold on to the pass. Looking for Buchan. Buchan has to pull it back out. Hot pass ended up in his chest. Left it for Harn. Harn walks in, shot deflected. And Cedar Rapids will clear. I thought he was, I thought there was going to be a penalty on that. Coots picks it up. He's on a drive. Oh my gosh. No call. What a slash. Nice play by Carter Buchan to stop the drive. Somebody not just get to it. That was going to be deflected all the way down. Touch called. Kahui will chase. Cedar Rapids hard wrap to the far side. Rose there to kick it back into the zone. Go get it. Oh my gosh, stop. Don't play that trap. That's the play not to not lose, not the play to win. Pad save for Grayman, kicks it to the corner. Kahui tries to clear. Buchan up and out. Cedar Rapids plays it in their own zone. Rowe tries to gather it up. Racy will take it behind his own net. Off the glass and out. Kahui to Hild. Hild has a little bit of room. He's going to send it in deep, all the way back and around. Cedar Rapids out of the zone. Racy kicks it back the other way. Cedar Rapids will pick it up. Great save by Graveman. Up to the point. That one's going to be gone. Buchan with some pressure. Cedar Rapids kicks it back the other way. Loeb with some forechecking to the blue line. Racy's going to pick it up at the red line. Chips it in deep. Slow rolling. Buchan drops in below the goal line. They'll send it back in. It's going to be a patty cake. Got to move. Bummer's looking to come out of his crease. Big block shot. Another block shot. That one travels empty net. Got to get to the puck. Got to get to the puck. Comes out of the zone. Cedar Rapids has to retreat. Back across the blue line. Into the skates and pads of Loeb. Kick to the corner. Another one travels out. Caldwell's going to beat him to it. Centering pass. Loeb sends it in. That one's deflected. Caldwell looking to send one in. Just misses wide. 21 seconds left to go. Buchan picks it up. He's going to chip it down below the goal line. One more rush. They got to shut it down right here. Hard off. Loeb sends it in. That's going to do it, I think. 5 seconds. Buchan will just bury it on the boards. Keep going. There's punches thrown over there.
That hit the relay was still during play.
Yep.
Time it, not expired.
They're still trying to fight. I don't think they should let them shake hands either. Yep, just go. Waterloo comes away with a second win. A lot of chaos aftermath. I'd like to see the score sheet afterwards, see what kind of stuff they're going to hand out. Because there should be some stuff handed out. Yep, you got to hand some stuff out. There was punches thrown. That's a 5 minute for fighting. Should be a game as well. So at least a game. Yeah, that's. Now, granted, I don't think Caldwell should have came in at the buzzer and hit him either. You know, I think that was some aftermath from the previous period. But regardless, that kind of antics is just should not be tolerated. There should be a bunch of stuff handed out at the end of that game. Which way it should go, I guess I don't know. I wasn't down there watching to see who was throwing what, but I did see Cale's helmet getting almost knocked off of his head. And he just stood there and took about 4. So anyways, that wraps it up for the weekend. We'll be back on Thursday. Still at home. Dubuque, I never did get clarification on the times. We can, we'll take a quick look here. I don't think I've got the schedule on the overlays anymore.
6 and 8.
6 and 8 back here at Young Arena. Either come down and check us out in person or catch us up on the Waterloo Warriors Hockey High School page. Thanks for watching tonight, and 2 good shows.